My name is Big Wiz, aka Nick Swisher, Mayor of Minneapolis, Long Doe General. We're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Fifth Element. This is the mecca of hip hop in our state. When I was young, I liked rock and roll, and my favorite instrument was drums. Loved drums. And then as I got older, I'm an '80s baby. Hip hop was birthed late '70s, early '80s, and I was just really overwhelmed with how they would tell their story over drum patterns. Some of my first influences were Slick Rick, NWA, and Ghetto Boys. So my style kind of reflects on that. You got down south, West Coast, and East Coast. And then over time, I've just learned to love everyone for what they do. I don't like every MC, but I respect anyone that puts their self on the line and is able to, tell their story. And so I was really inspired by drums and the way that people could captivate and paint a picture with rhymes. It was just so overwhelming and so big to me that over the years I just got into it. And when junior high, I really started freestyling, and then high school got real serious, and after that I started writing, and it became a part of my life. I'm sure everywhere had this thing called the box, and just seeing the different stories from different places. I just remember watching like Bone Thugs or watching the NWA videos, and my parents were totally against it. So I was kind of feeling like a rebel by still doing it and playing it in my bedroom, young age. I got into hip hop at 8, 9 years old, and I just remembered the big gold chains, the flashy gear, and just the confidence that MCs had. You had to be confident in yourself in order to be out here. When I was young, they always said I had to be the center of attention at all the family events and stuff like that. So they kind of seen that I was going to be into something like this. They totally supportive. My sisters, my moms, they buy my albums from me. They don't even let me give them to them for free. They spread the word to their friends at work, etc. So they've been actually very supportive. It keeps me hungry because I see MCs come up from nothing and make it, and I know that we have a very, very, very organic crew and very untampered with crew. We're still pure, and it's worldwide, man, and I just really want to see the world, and for it to come from here in New York and now be out in Europe and Africa and worldwide, it's just so big. That's the part that I want to do. I want to tour. I've tasted a little bit of it. I went and did shows out in Mazatlan for spring break, New York, New Orleans, Florida, and it's just a good feeling when you get outside of your comfort zone, and that's what keeps me inspired, is seeing other parts of the world and meeting people, man, networking with cats like AG and Sadat and Action Bronson, and it's something that when you grow up, these guys are your heroes and you look up to them, and then when you get into it, it's just you kind of fall into place and you find that it's one big community and everyone's the same. That it's a image that you sell, but at the end of the day, everyone's a normal people, and that's what really drives me, is just to meet more people and experience more life experiences through hip hop. We started in hip hop in the early 2000s, late 90s, where white rappers weren't accepted. Honestly, that was a big overcoming challenge. We had problems with some of the god bodies when we were coming up, which now to this day are some of our best friends, and they seen past what, for some reason, they weren't engaging with us. And people, that was probably the hardest thing, is me and Tony coming up in Minnesota, a small market, being white boys from the hood. We got acceptance from our people, but it was getting acceptance from the broader range, which was hard. And we went through it, man. We were booed off stage before and stuff like that. We just kept going, and we have a dream, and we were very dedicated. And now it's day and night from where we started to now. There's not a color barrier. There's not a gender barrier. There's nothing. You can do hip hop. You can be basically whoever you are and just tell your story, and that's what, from then to now, it's kind of changed. I just want people to honestly know who Big Wiz is, who Nick is, Nick Swisher, and to my story's painted through my music and its truth, experiences that I've been through, or people that I've encountered in the past. I just want people to know Southside Minneapolis, know that I'm a good person, and that I rep my city, my state, and my reputation is impeccable. That's all I want, is I want people to hear my story, be able to go do their research and get that feedback back, like, yeah, man, Wiz is real, Wiz is about his thing.